Hello, and welcome to Dogwood Dreamers Tutorials. Today we're going to be discussing how to make a Kanzashi flower. But what is Kanzashi? Kanzashi literally translates out to hair ornament or hairpin. And traditionally they've been used by Japanese women in headdresses or intricate hair combs for festivals, weddings, ceremonies, funerals, and other formal events. So, what do you need to get started?
Okay, so here are the tools you need to make your pretty Kanzashi flowers. First, you'll need a spool of ribbon. Now you're going to need good fabric scissors that can easily cut through the ribbon without fraying it too much. You will also want something to measure your fabric for cutting. My desk has a measuring board on it, so I'll be using that. Next, you'll need some sort of a lighter candle. This will be used to bind the edges of the fabric so it doesn't fray over time. Next, you're going to need a pair of needle nose pliers. Next, you're going to need a circle of felt, but you're going to want it to be roughly about the size of a quarter. Next, you'll need a button or brooch of some kind. The last thing you're going to need is a hot glue gun. You also might want a paper plate. Now that we have all our tools, let's make a Kanzashi flower. To start, you need to cut out the ribbons into a square size. This will make it easier to know where to cut for the next 6 squares. The actual length differs varying on the width of the ribbon, but you want them to be as close to symmetrical of squares as possible. Once you have all your squares cut, use the pliers to hold the edges over the flame, sealing them and preventing fraying. Now you want to slowly fold the square into a triangle in half, making sure that it's symmetrical. Then fold it in half once again. Now you want to fold it in half one more time, but instead of folding it over flat, you will curl the edges as though you're shaping an oval. Now carefully place this loop into the pliers with the edge hanging out just slightly. Place it over the flame to bind the edge. You might have to bind it a couple times if the edge doesn't stay together on the first try. Repeat these steps with the other 6 squares of fabric. Finally, now that you have all your loops or petals ready, we can begin to form our flower. Take your felt circle and your hot glue gun, then glue a small dot on the edge. Once it's glued, grab one of your loops and place it on the glued spot with the melted edge pointed inward on the circle. Now for the final step. Yay, you're almost done! Place a glob of glue in the center of the flower where all the petals' edges meet. Then pick up your button and place it on the center, sealing it in place. Yay! So if you followed all the steps carefully, you now have completed your pretty little Kanzashi flower.
So I encourage you, be creative, grow, practice. There's so many fun, intricate ways that people can change up and really show their creativity when it comes to Kanzashi. And I encourage you, subscribe to Dogwood Dreamers for more DIY tips and more tutorials. I've been Sarah Macatrio Ham from Dogwood Dreamer. I'll see you later.